The school of the future is perhaps a little bit in a sense like the school of the past in one sense, where there's a license to actually develop schools locally with a form of self-determination in site-based fashions, where teachers are encouraged to work with communities, very much like social workers in a sense, where there's a relationship to the families and the community agencies, where schools are sites where families and communities sort of feel as if there's a relationship to their ongoing social, cultural and economic development.
I think one thing we should use, that we are beginning to use, is much more emphasis on technology. Not to substitute for anything, but to give an opportunity for students to interact with students in other cultures, in other countries, to be able to match up classrooms, for example. And that's not unusual to have a classroom that someone writes letters to and the other class writes back. But now to be able to discuss situations, to be able to learn a language, to be able to see the culture for students that are limited, they can't travel as much. But to be able to understand others in that kind of manner makes them realize that the way they live is not the way everyone lives. And it causes them to evaluate what they do in a different manner, and it also makes them appreciate what others do.
As far as teacher education is concerned, of course, interesting research about teacher education, about learning, about pedagogy happens not just in England, but happens everywhere in the world. So we are obviously very, very concerned to make sure that we draw on the expertise that's being developed and that's being explored.
What we've learned is that programs need to be in place that encourage young teachers to be more interculturally aware, more able to deal with difference in classrooms. So there needs to be a fairly aggressive attempt on the part of educational authorities, on the part of those who drop curricula in teacher education institutions, to build spaces for intercultural awareness, global awareness, to provide opportunities for teacher candidates to experience those sorts of things.
I would say for the German students, go out in the world, go see the world, go as an exchange student and do things, experience, and then you come back maybe as a different person, or you see the world differently.